one of my most requested videos recipe of veg biryani. So today I'll share the recipe of my version of veg biryani, and believe me, I do make many kind of biryanis, but this recipe is one of my favorites owing to the fact that I literally love the flavors in this biryani. And sometimes I really miss making biryani, but due to some circumstances I am not able to make non-veg biryani. So for those moments this biryani is really a lifesaver. Very tasty, very flavorful Shahi veg dum biryani, Su's Food Corner special touch, and believe me, once you try out this recipe, you will love the flavors of this veg biryani and will always prefer to make veg biryani in this way. And as I said, every biryani has its own flavors, especially non-veg biryani we can have flavors, but if we make a flavorful veg biryani, that really calls for applause, and believe me, this biryani is one of them. Food Corner special veg Shahi dum biryani. Hey guys, I am Subhankari and I welcome you all to my channel Su's Food Corner. I hope you all are doing great in your lives, and if you are new to this page, do subscribe to my page. Do not forget to tap the bell button, and thank you all for loving my channel so much and liking my videos so much. So let's begin with this awesome recipe. First, I need to prepare something. So I have here long grain basmati rice, washed around 2 to 3 times and soaked for good 1 hour, and make sure you wash them properly before soaking them. So for this recipe I am using around 500 grams of long grain basmati rice. So this is done. Our next preparation is paneer or Indian cottage cheese. I have taken around 200 grams. I have cut it into in these shapes. This gives a very fancy look, and I have fried them and instantly soak them in salt water so that they retain their moisture. So make sure you fry them and instantly soak them in salt water. So it's done. Then I need to prepare a powder of maize 1 pot and green elaichi or green cardamom seeds around 1 tablespoon. So this gives a very nice flavor to our biryani, and as I said, as because we are making veg biryani, flavors play a very important part to give them the essence of biryani. So this is a must, and here I have taken half cup of warm milk, and to it I have added 1 pinch of saffron, and so that this I get this nice color of saffron. And I need to flavor this using aromatics, so I have used rose water around 2 tablespoon, kevda water and 1 tablespoon, and the crushed powder we had prepared. The cardamom and mace powder goes here half teaspoon, and 3 tablespoon of onion oil and 1 tablespoon of clarified butter or ghee. Onion oil is the same oil in which we'll fry our onions to make the fried onions. So this is done here. Now I'll take a large bowl. In it I'll add 1 cup of thick curd. If you have water in your curd, make sure you discard them or strain them, and then to it I'll add 1 inch ginger I have taken, and around 10 to 12 garlic cloves and 2 to 3 green chilies. 2 tablespoon of ginger, garlic and green chili paste goes in. Caraway seeds or sahajira 1 teaspoon goes in. Mace and cardamom powder 1 teaspoon goes in. This gives a very nice flavor. Turmeric powder 3/4 teaspoon goes in. Red chili powder 2 teaspoon goes in. Cumin powder 1 teaspoon and coriander powder 1 teaspoon goes in. And Shahi biryani masala 1 tablespoon. You can use any biryani masala of any brand. I have used my homemade biryani masala, and of course salt I have added here as per taste. Give them a nice mix, and this marination is looking so yum. And to it, as I said, onion oil. This gives a very nice flavor. So 5 tablespoon of onion oil goes in. This is the same oil in which I have fried around 5 medium sized onions. This goes in around 5 tablespoon, and to enhance the flavor I have clarified butter or ghee 1 tablespoon. Again this goes in. All this will add moisture to our marination. Now mix everything, and this smells so heavenly. So what I need to do, I'll discard water from the paneer pieces, the salt water, and add around 3 tablespoon of this marination to my paneer pieces, so that they too absorb the flavors of this marination. If I add paneer pieces with the vegetables, they would get messy. I want a separate layer of paneer on my biryani, so that's why I am adding separately the marination on the paneer pieces around 3 tablespoon. Heap 3 tablespoon goes in the paneer. Discard the salt water nicely. We don't want a runny marination in the paneer. Now mix this and keep it aside, and to this marination we'll add our vegetables. So I have taken here a medium sized cauliflower cut into medium sized florets. Vegetables will be cut into a larger piece, and carrots I have taken here 2 medium sized carrots cut into cubes. You can see how I have cut. French beans I have also taken around 10 to 15. I have also sliced them in this way. and silted way. And so all these veggies goes in, and one large size potato I have taken, and that too I have cut in the same way, so that also goes in. So here are my cauliflower, carrots and beans, and then potato. You can see how I have cut them. One large size I had taken, this goes in, and fresh green peas goes in half cup. If you do not have fresh green peas, you can always use the frozen ones. So this goes in, and then 2 to 3 green chilies goes in, and this looks so awesome. You can see how these vegetables are looking in my awesome marination. So let's mix all this, but before that we'll add fried onions or berista around 4 tablespoons. I had taken 4 medium sized onions and nicely fried them till they turn golden brown and crispy, and chopped coriander leaves goes 2 tablespoons and mint leaves goes 1 tablespoon in this marination. Mix everything, let these vegetables absorb the flavor of marination for good half an hour. So this is looking good, and I said let the veggies absorb the flavor of this marination, and meanwhile we'll prepare the rice and then we'll saute this vegetable. So let's begin step by step. So after half an hour, I have taken a ceramic casserole here. This is one of my favorite casserole for making biryanis. I have prepared a lot of biryanis in this casserole because it's quite heavy. So here I have taken this casserole. I have added 4 tablespoons of onion oil in medium high flame, and 1 tablespoon of clarified butter or ghee goes in. Whole spices then goes inside it. Half teaspoon of shaha jeera or caraway seeds. 2 star anise I have taken because I love the smell and flavor of star anise. 1 black cardamom, 2 green cardamom, 4 cloves, and 5 to 6 peppercorns goes in. So let all this whole spices release their flavor in this oil. Cinnamon sticks 1 inch also, and 1 bay leaves I will be adding later. Actually I had forgotten to add it in this stage. So let's all the whole spices splutter for good 30 seconds in medium high flame, so that they release their essential oil in this oil. And then goes 2 medium sized onion finely sliced. Fry these onions on medium high flame, so that this onions gets nicely golden and crispy. They will be nicely caramelized and release a very sweet flavor in our oil. Make sure the onions don't get brown. We need a nice golden caramelized onions. So then, as I said, I had forgotten to add bay leaves initially, so I had added it afterwards. So this would take around nice 5 to 6 minutes. Meanwhile, we will prepare our water. I have taken around 3 liters of water for 500 grams of rice, and here I have taken a muslin cloth and added all the whole spice. Caraway seeds half teaspoon, javitri or mace 1, black cardamom 1, green cardamom 2, cloves 4, peppercorns 5 to 6 goes in the muslin cloth, and bay leaf 3, it's very important. 3 to 4 green chilies, mint leaves 1 tablespoon, and salt around 4 tablespoon. Let this water come to a boil, and then we'll add our rice. And meanwhile my onions have nicely caramelized, and these veggies have also nicely marinated in the sauce we had prepared, curd based sauce. And then I'll add these veggies to my onions. Make sure you cook these veggies on high flame for next 7 to 8 minutes, so that these veggies won't release their extra moisture. The curd will nicely be roasted in the high flame, and these veggies will be done around 80%. So make sure you keep the flame high, and you can see these veggies are nicely roasting, and we need to cook it till they are 80% done. And we have already placed our rice, already placed our water to cook our rice. So if you prepare in this sequence, all the works can be done in a systematic way and can be made very easily. And as I said, my water has started to boil, and here I have strained the rice and add the rice. We need to cook the rice initial 3 to 4 minutes on high flame. So add the rice when the water starts to boil, and then reduce the flame to medium, and then we'll see how my veggies are doing, and they are looking just perfect. See, the gravy has reduced, the veggies are roasted, and to me it's done. They are done around 80%. You can see all the veggies have retained the color, the peas, the carrots, the cauliflower, and the base is clear. It has released oil, that means it's perfect. At this stage, turn off the flame, and we will just prepare our base for biryani, and meanwhile our rice will be done. Rice will take around 7 to 8 minutes. So this is done. Switch off the flame. Initially I will need to make layers. So first I will remove half of these vegetables. So half of the vegetables I'll remove, and I'll leave half the vegetables to make the first layer. So here I am removing half of the veggies in a ball. So this goes, and then to this layer I'll add the paneer pieces, the cottage cheese pieces that we had marinated. This goes in. I'll leave some, and then I'll add fried onions, 1 layer of fried onions. 1 teaspoon of Shahi biryani masala, just sprinkle it all over this base, and the saffron milk that we had prepared, 3 to 4 tablespoon of saffron milk goes at this stage. 1 to 2 tablespoon of mint leaves and 1 tablespoon of coriander leaves goes in. This is mandatory in any biryani. And see, as I said, my water and rice has been nicely cooked, and it has taken around 7 to 8 minutes, 3 minutes on high flame and 4 to 5 minutes on medium flame. So I just need to remove the first layer. I'll just strain 1 to 2 full of rice so that this can be made layer on my prepared base. So there goes rice, around half the amount goes in, and now the rice is still on medium flame, so I need to fasten my process at this stage. So on this layer of rice I need to add my remaining veggies, just spread it in this way, and then the remaining marinated veggies goes in. So veggies here goes in, and you can see how beautiful these veggies are looking, and the remaining paneer pieces, do not forget to drip the marination of the paneer pieces. 1 to 2 tablespoon of fried onion goes in, and 1 teaspoon more of Shahi biryani masala goes in, and 3 to 4 tablespoon of the saffron milk with all the flavors of rose water and kevra water goes in. And meanwhile, turn off the flame of the gas so that we can layer biryani, the second layer of biryani. So you can see this is looking perfect. So I have strained out all the rice, and the final layer goes in the biryani pot. Just layer it uniformly in this way using a spatula, and then add the remaining final layer of the saffron milk infused with all the goodness of kevra water, rose water, ghee, and lastly spread the remaining fried onions. And finally we need to add the cardamom and mace powder, very important, and the remaining mint leaves and the coriander leaves goes in. And as because we are making Shahi veg biryani, to add to the royalty we have fried some kishmish or raisins that goes in, and cashew nuts. You can always add almonds also. And to complete this biryani, 1 tablespoon of clarified butter or ghee goes in. I have here used kneaded dough, a normal regular whole wheat flour with water, and I have just made an outer ring, and this will seal the cover. So initially cook it on high flame for 5 minutes, and then transfer it to a tawa and place it on low flame for next 20 minutes, and after 20 minutes leave for 30 minutes, and then carefully open the cover because there is steam inside. And I have just opened it, and you can see how beautiful my biryani is looking. The rice are just perfect, the veggies are looking awesome, and you can see how beautiful this whole pot is looking. It's just awesome, and these rice are just perfect. They are perfectly done, fluffy, aromatic, and the best preparation of biryani. Believe me, once you do biryani in this way, we love the flavors. And now I'll serve them in a beautiful handi. Have a nice clear glass handi here. So for serving of biryani, first layer goes of the masala rice with the veggies, and then gradually we top off with the white rice or the saffron rice. And see, I have done it the same way, and some fried onions, raisins, cashews goes on top with a small mint leaf, and this is looking just lovely. And when you serve veg biryani in this way, everybody will be a fan of your cooking, and believe me, the flavors is just awesome. Let's serve it on a plate, and similar way also I have served on a plate. Initially I have served the veggies with some paneer, and some flavored rice goes on top of it, and this is looking just awesome. You can see how fluffy the rice grains are, some fried onions on the top, and don't forget to add some fried cashews. This will enrich the look, and some raisins goes in. And with biryani I have made here raita, veg raita. I have made here lasuni raita. This goes very nice with the biryani. So this is my flavorful plate of awesome Shahi veg biryani. Do give this recipe a try, and surely let me know your feedback. You will be amazed by the flavors of the biryani, and once you make this biryani, every time you go out for making veg biryani, will opt for this recipe. And I have shared many small tips and tricks to make this awesome biryani. I hope you have liked my video. If you have liked the video, do give a thumbs up, share with your family and friends, and do not forget to subscribe to my page. See you in next video. Till then, stay safe, love life, and happy fooding.